Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to yet another episode on the Velocity channel where we talk about velocity banking, the only banking that will never ever fail. Now, speaking of banks failing, we do want to get into the subject of the recent banks that have failed, in particular Silicon Valley Bank and actually a question that I got from a client, and it's very, very sobering. I'm sure you already read it, but let's go ahead and dive into what I said to this client, how I can back it up, and what this client needs to do going forward, because it's really what we all need to do. Now, they said, CJ, Plastiq is out of commission because of the SVB bank closure. What other services can we use? Now, that's a very good question. A lot of you already know Plastiq did temporarily suspend their services, and so that had a lot of people up in arms. They were worried, some were concerned about what to do next because they do have mortgage payments still. The bills are still rolling in, and they're even paying their loans with this particular payment processor. And so, you know, I did my own research and I knew what was happening with Silicon Valley Bank, Signature Bank, and the others. And just a side note here, keep your eye on Credit Suisse. And please, please, please tread wisely, tread prudently. Don't get into fear, but please tread wisely. All right. And look well to where you're going, please. But I was looking into these banks and seeing what all they were connected to, and it was amazing the connections that Silicon Valley Bank had to these tech companies. And so, yes, Plastiq did get affected by that. Remember, back in August of 2020, they did sign a deal, if you will, on with Silicon Valley Bank, and they wanted to move some things around, see if they can get more of their cash flow in the right direction. So that's what they did. Unfortunately, it did not work out for them too well, and they did have to suspend their services in this country as well as other countries. However, as of this video, March 17th, they have been up and running. And actually, I saw on Dr. Credit March 13th, they were up and running then. And so we really, really want to make sure, right? We want to make sure that what we're doing is not only counting the money, but making sure where our money goes, where our capital goes, is someplace where we can take care of our downside risk, right? Because if you take care of your downside risk, you're up, right? The up arrow, if you will, right? The increasing of your capital, it's going to take care of itself. So the good news about all this is that Plastiq is back up. And yes, with the Discover and the MasterCard, you can pay your mortgage with it. They are much more friendly cards than the other ones to pay your mortgage with Plastiq. And so that service is up and running. But what if Plastiq went away? We do need to make sure that we keep that in mind, right? We need to make sure that we keep that in mind, right? What if they go away? What if all of these banks go away? What's next? Well, we'll always have velocity banking, right? So what if these banks go away? What if Plastiq goes away? What's next? Well, I'll tell you what's next. Velocity banking. All right. That's what's next, folks. You see the tool that we saw. And not only that, but we demonstrate the tool almost every day. And if you use it correctly, if you use it wisely, right, it will actually save you even more than Plastiq would. All right. So we want to go ahead and just let you know that when you have the tool for the job, you're not concerned with the tools that you don't have, right? So Plastiq, let's say it went away, right? Well, that's okay because you still have this. You still got the Money Max account. You still have a tool that you can use so that you can look at where you're supposed to be making your payments and find out when your mortgage is going to be completely eliminated, not due, right? But completely eliminated. A 200,000, 250, $500,000 mortgage completely eliminated in as little as 5 to 10 years, depending on how you structure your cash flow. How much cash flow, how much spread do you have between the income and the expenses? And so even if there was no Plastiq, even if there was no, bill payment system, right, that was going to help you in paying off your mortgages using those lines of credit, right, you would still have this one that not only uses lines of credit, right, but that uses checking and savings accounts to make sure that you still pay your house off without a line of credit, that you still pay your auto loans off without a line of credit. Actually, there was actually an example the other day, two mortgages, right, 200 and $250,000 mortgage, $200,000 mortgage, a $2,500 signature loan, $5,500 MasterCard loan, and a auto car loan worth $25,000, all paid off in 16.1 years, all of them. Guess how much discretionary income they had or cash flow they had? $53.17. Oh, and by the way, there was no Plastiq. You see what I mean? So it's time to leverage all of these systems that are in place in order to make sure that we're on top, that we are on top of the water. Okay. Yes, there will be some people that drown. Yes, there will be some people that, sad to say, won't make it, but it doesn't have to be that way. If you like this video, if you share it all around the world, soon enough, people will be like, well, wait a minute. I didn't know that you could pay with a line of credit. That actually sounds very foolish to me, right? It sounds very foolish to pay with a line of credit, so I don't really want to do that. Until they look at the numbers. And then they find out, well, wait, perhaps they haven't been telling me everything in school. Perhaps they haven't been telling me everything in college. Perhaps they haven't now. Soon they're going to be telling you everything in college because we're working our way into the college, folks. Right here in Southern Arizona, we are actually implementing a class, a physical class, to teach from older to younger generations about the velocity banking method. We're going to spread this message far and wide because it did wonders in our lives. It's doing wonders in your life. There was a comment the other day about how there was someone that was able to pay off their house because of the velocity banking method. And now they teach others. And you know what? I didn't charge a dime for it. Now, of course, if they want to get into more detail, right, that's different. But folks, this is changing people's lives. And so that's why we said, you know what, from now on, Monday through Friday, we're going on, right? And that's why we demonstrate live. So look, folks, if you have any questions about Plastiq, if you have any questions about, man, where do I go from here, gold and silver, if you have questions about business credit, we are here for you. Real estate, okay? We want you to be financially free and to take your 40 hours and do what you want it. Do what you want with it, okay? That's what we want. You're going to work 40 hours a week, but it might as well be, right, in what you want to do. Whether that's 10 hours at your business and then the 30 hours or however many hours a week somewhere else doing your calling or whatever you want to do, right? That's what we want you to do. So look, please go ahead and click in the description link if you want to go ahead and set up an appointment. We'll go ahead and look at your finances, or look at your business, look at the real estate investing deal that you have, look at your credit, whatever your goal is, and we'll go ahead and help you accomplish it. Folks, that is it. Thank you so much for listening. God bless, and you guys have a great day.